Hello and welcome to Rail Enthusiast and another station in our top 10 least used railway stations in Warwickshire series. Today I'm at another single platform. I'm at Claverdon. And you'll find Claverdon on the Leamington to Stratford line between Bearley and Hatton. Opened in 1860, the station was part of the Stratford-on-Avon Railway, which ran as a branch line from Birmingham and Oxford Junction Railway. It also opened with a dual-gauge track, which enabled broad-gauge rolling stock, but this was removed in 1869. This photograph shows the splendid station building, brick-built and at this time situated on the platform. We shall see how this arrangement changed later. Looking at this map, you can see that by the 1900s the station was fairly well established, with a single siding goods facility and building. This would eventually become a goods loop, controlled initially by a signal box, then by a ground frame, and then again by this signal box, which was constructed in 1939 when the track was doubled. The track works coincided with the station building being now used as just a goods lock-up. A new station building seen here would be put up at road level with a ramp down to the platform, which itself had a small waiting shelter with canopy, shown here. A quirky arrangement, but one which does lend some character and made Claverdon quite unique. By the end of the 1950s, the signal box had closed again and replaced with a ground frame. By the end of the 1960s, the goods siding was removed and the line was again put back into single line operation. Apart from the roadside station building and secondary platform, which are no longer open, nothing else remains of any original structure here. Okay, we're going to start up on the roadway. There's your bridge. Looking down over onto the single platform. And as you can see on the left hand side here, the old platform face is still there but now heavily overgrown. Have a close look at that in a moment. Here is the old street level station building, which is no longer being used. A couple of notice boards. This one showing Claverdon, and again, like I've done before, if you want to read, then just pause the video. Right, carrying on, you've got an onward travel information board and some more helpful information boards about buying a ticket, etc. There's your direction of travel information board, always handy to have. Especially on a single, obviously on a single platform. If you don't know which way was going, you'll know which way your train's finishing. Let's go down this ramp and have a look at the little platform. It's an accessible station, however, what I would say is this is a very, very steep ramp. I wouldn't really think, unless you've got somebody to push you or you have a motorised wheelchair, that isn't going to be too easy to wheel yourself up. However, it's not stepped, it is accessible. Let's carry on down. The first thing you notice is a small little waiting shelter, and also another one of these new help point machines. Let's have another look at these. The first time I've really seen these spring up. They're quite nice. Obviously you've got the arrivals and departures. Well, I'm not going to be here to see any trains today because that is unfortunately a bit too long for me to wait, because I've got to get to other stations. But you can just click on that, it'll tell you the next one, or you can go back. Whoops, sorry, go back. Got the station information. Hopefully that'll come up with something. We'll try that again. There's no station information. Oh, there is actually. There you go. Some general information about the station. Oops, out of focus. I think they're quite good additions, actually. Oh, there's a lovely little planter down here. That's very nice. And another one of these. I'm going for 1970s shelter, but it's still there. It's somewhere to sit where you're waiting for your train. And you've got another induction loop and yet another one of these new LED displays, which I think are fantastic. They show you a hell of a lot of information. Then you've got a very reasonably new information board detailing your train times. But the one thing of note here is how very well landscaped this platform is. Again, can't really see behind that but it is maintained by the volunteers on the Friends of the Station. So if you want to get involved, get in contact with friends@wmtrains.co.uk and they'll put you in touch with someone who will be able to help you out. Okay, further down, it's actually quite a long platform. If I'm going to spin myself around for a second. Well, it's the first time to look down there. It's a lovely little curve out of this single track, and in fact, that's quite an incline. Doesn't really come out well on camera. It's a fair incline going up there. Anyway, we'll turn around again. Well, the first thing you're going to see as I turn you around is, of course, that deserted platform, which is tremendously overgrown now. But it's still there, and obviously evidence of that 2-track here. But what I was going to say was the platforms here are quite long. I mean, they can accommodate a 5-car train, which I don't really see many 5-car trains coming along here, if I'm honest, but you never know. There's evidence here on the side that things have been tidied up quite recently and new plants gone in, making sure that it is actually being looked after. As we carry on down, you can see this the way the platform just rolls away there, and there's a curve at the end of the track that side as well. Quite straight, so you're going to see your train coming from that direction, and to be quite honest with you, in that direction, that's probably the most picturesque direction, going underneath the road bridge, coming around that curve. I like that a lot. Let's see what else we can see down here. Right, now what they seem to have done here is chopped some logs and made a flower bed out of it. That's not a bad idea. I like that. Something unusual. Same down here. And all these have been done in blood and custard style colours again. Fairly freshly painted. And backs onto a very nice woodland either side. I mean, look at that for a view. That's a brilliant view when you're waiting for your train, isn't it? I just love the fact that they've got this X platform still involved there. You can see how, I don't know whether it comes up on camera very well, but it's actually a stone platform, which is brilliant. I mean, it's just full stone. So it probably would be easier to leave it rather than try and take it out. And here they've managed to spell out Claverdon in stones. Something unique to the station. If you came down the ramp and you turned to your left, you would find the accessibility ramp and not much else as you walk down here. However, I would say it gives you the best opportunity to get some lovely photographs through that bridge portal. Obviously not going past the line, but look at that. Lovely view straight up the curve. Some good photographs can be had with trains coming down or departing the station. The statistics for Claverdon are that it opened in 1860. It currently, at time of filming, only has one train every 2 hours, with no service on a Sunday. And the entry and exit figures for 2022-2023 were 3,172. Claverdon is a charming single platform railway station which still has its second platform even though it is very well overgrown. The community rail team here and the local community are looking after it very well indeed, and the new addition of those unusual flower beds down the way there on the platform certainly will brighten up the station. Sightlines, however, are very good for the enthusiast. The only problem is there's not a lot that comes through this station, so you'd have to make sure you're very patient or you come here right when the train's due. But if you do, the views and the photography and videography should be very good indeed. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment and subscribe. And if you can, get out there, get on the railway and see where it takes you. Thanks very much for watching.